Hi gym owners, Omar Nasuri here with Gym Site Solutions, and my goal for this video is to help you grow your gym and bring in new clients. Here at Gym Site Solutions, we offer a unique combination of gym website design, print marketing material, and fitness business coaching. We believe in helping gym owners by giving you multiple campaign options and strategies. We try not to be biased towards any one particular marketing method. Regardless of how you plan on promoting your gym or what kind of campaign you might run, there's always a flow that potential clients go through. To get the most out of this flow, we need to make sure that we really optimize a few key elements. In this session, we'll be talking about what those key elements are and what changes you can make to get better results out of any campaign that you run. It's these little changes that lead to big results. It's these changes that will help you attract quality leads and convert them into paying gym members. So, with that said, let's talk about what those fitness marketing elements are and how you can use them when promoting your gym. As a gym owner, you have an infinite number of marketing strategies that you can use. With so many options, I get it, marketing can sometimes seem overwhelming. The first thing I want to do is take a step back and really simplify things. I believe there are only three main ways to promote your gym. You can use relationships, digital marketing, or good old fashioned print. These are the three main starting points of any of your fitness marketing efforts. I like to call these the three fitness marketing buckets. Again, the first bucket is relationships, the second bucket is digital marketing, and the third bucket is print. Now, it's not one or the other. There is some overlap, but any campaign you run will most likely fall into one of these three buckets. So, why is any of this even worth mentioning? Why are we talking about buckets? Look, each of those buckets has a different media associated with it. For example, relationship marketing typically uses word of mouth. This is usually in the form of either a referral program or a local networking campaign. With digital marketing, you have options like email, social media, pay-per-click campaigns, and even search engine optimization. Then with print, you have direct mail, flyers, door hangers, or local magazine ads. You've got endless options for each of those three buckets. Now, here's the thing. All you need is just a few winning campaigns in each bucket. Just a few winning campaigns, and you'll find yourself in a position where you're constantly and consistently bringing in new fitness leads. That's what I want for you, and that's what I want to help you with today. I want you to be able to build out an effective campaign, drop it into any one of those three buckets, and ultimately get new members enrolled into your gym. So, what media do we use and which bucket do we drop it in? The answer to that is not the solution. That question itself, that question is the problem. We sometimes spend too much time worrying about what media to use in which bucket. Yes, these are important, but more important are those campaign elements we're about to talk about. When you focus strictly on the media, you'll find yourself jumping from one strategy to the next, from one bucket to the other. Remember, it's not a question of whether relationship marketing, digital ads, or print promotions work or not. It's easy to blame the media that we use. It's easy to say networking doesn't work for my gym. It's easy to blame Facebook ads. It's easy to blame door hangers, maybe. The focus should not be so much on how you distribute your campaigns, but instead on whether or not the elements and messaging of your campaign are actually designed to get a positive response. The question is, does your campaign get people to stop what they're doing, and does it get them to somehow interact with your gym? Once you have a campaign that does that, once you have a campaign that converts, you can then pretty much use any type of media you want. And honestly, as long as it's being seen by the right people, you will get new clients. Okay, now let's get into the fun stuff. Let's take a look at what goes into a winning campaign. In order for your next fitness marketing campaign to be successful, you'll need to optimize four key elements. You'll need a strong offer, an action, a commitment, and a follow-up sequence. You can think of these elements as a sequential journey that your potential clients go through. The first step of this journey is your offer. Once someone sees and resonates with your offer, step two is getting them to respond. This is where they'll take some kind of action. This is where they show at least some kind of interest in your offer and your services. Now, just because someone responds to your offer, that doesn't necessarily mean they're committed to anything just yet. The third step of this journey is to transform that response into a commitment. We want to get them to commit to a date and time and have them actually show up to your facility. Once we get that commitment, we then want to minimize no-shows. This is done with the fourth step, a friendly follow-up sequence. So that's the basic flow of most campaigns. Let's talk about each of these four elements in a little bit more detail. The first and probably most crucial part of any campaign is obviously the offer. Without a compelling offer, even the best marketing strategies won't get you new gym members. Just like your clients can't outtrain a bad diet, you can't outpromote a bad offer. Your marketing efforts will always be limited to how attractive your offer is. Your offer alone is going to basically set the pace and dictate the potential of any campaign you run. Your offer needs to attract, engage, and convince potential clients to take a very specific action. All this needs to happen within a matter of seconds. Think about how people consume information today. They're on social media scrolling through countless posts. They're basically watching more videos now than ever before. Videos are getting shorter and shorter, and they're being consumed one after the other after the other. What's worse than how fast content is being seen is how fast it's being forgotten. Your offer needs to break through all that noise. It needs to be bold and it needs to grab someone's attention. Unfortunately, the reality is the industry standard of a free fitness consultation as your primary offer just doesn't do that anymore. When promoting your offer, try to think in terms of making a promise. Make a bold promise that adds value to someone's life. Remember, it's not just about providing value, it's about promoting that value. The more value that you provide, the more likely it is that people are going to respond, show up, and then engage with you and your gym. One of the reasons people no-show on gyms is because at some point along the way, some point between the time when they responded to your offer to the time where they were supposed to come in, they felt like what was being offered is no longer worth their time. As is, your current offer might be a gold mine of fitness resources. I mean, you're basically giving someone the tools that could potentially change their life. Fitness is powerful. You and I both know this. You know how valuable your time is, but if you're not promoting the value in your offer, or if you're just promoting it as another free consultation, then people won't really understand the true value of what it is you're giving them. They'll have no idea what they're potentially missing out on. I can't emphasize this enough. You really want to make sure that people know exactly what they're signing up for, what they're getting, and how it's going to benefit them. Okay, let's put together a quick sample offer. The key to a successful offer is being able to speak to a very specific demographic. Now, this does not mean that you should serve only one demographic, and this does not mean that you need different programs or different promotional offers. It's basically the same offer you're promoting, but if and when you have a campaign that goes out to a specific demographic, you should try to always use messaging that resonates with that particular audience. For this example, let's talk to that busy mom between the ages of 30 and 40 years old who wants to get in better shape but doesn't feel like she has enough time. When writing an offer, I like to think of it as though I'm making a promise. Let's start with something like, look and feel 10 years younger and 20 pounds leaner with the only local fitness program that guarantees fast results with just 3 quick but highly effective workouts per week. We made them a promise, a very clear promise. Now let's add some value. Let's tell them exactly what they get. So, join our Quick Start Fitness Makeover program with zero cost or obligation. Here's what you get when you enroll. Access to our body makeover workshop where you'll learn the secrets of getting in great shape regardless of how busy you might be. A one-on-one Q&A session with a master personal trainer. A meal plan guide that shows you healthy meals that you can prepare in less than 20 minutes. A printable workout template, 2 weeks of unlimited group classes, and an entry to our giveaway contest where you'll have the chance to win valuable fitness prizes. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, and that's a good thing because, again, it adds value. But really, all that doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take much more effort or energy than a typical free consultation. The difference here is basically in the messaging. Besides the 2 weeks of group workouts, you can probably go through that entire process and give out all those tools in less than half an hour with somebody. Most of you are already doing body composition measurements, you're giving away handouts, you're answering their questions. Give each of these elements a catchy name and bundle them into a promise. That becomes your offer. Most people don't want to sit through a free consultation. Remember, a consultation sounds like a sales pitch. It sounds like paperwork or an interview. Make a bold promise, add a ton of value, give it a catchy name, and get people excited about taking the next step. The next element is the action. If your offer does a good job in creating enough value, then the next step is to get them to take some kind of action. This could be calling your gym, clicking a link, or maybe even scanning a QR code. If you are asking someone to call, you need to have someone available to answer every single call that comes in. If you are directing traffic to your website, whether it's the homepage or a landing page, your site needs to be designed and optimized to capture their contact information. The worst thing that you can do is spend money on an ad, create a strong offer, and then miss out on a potential client. Once that opportunity is missed, they're probably not coming back. And honestly, they might even end up finding one of your competitors at that point. Here's one very important thing about this action step. You want to be very specific and very clear about what you want them to do and why you want them to do it. Call us today, for example. Why? To set up an appointment and claim your free body makeover kit. Scan this QR code. Again, why? To reserve your spot and to get instant access to our home workout series. Whatever it is, tell them exactly what action you want them to do and, just as important, why they should take that action. Also, give them options. Some people prefer to call or text, others would rather scan a QR code, and some will visit your website by typing in a URL. Once they take that action, the next element is the commitment. If they filled out an online form, the next step is to get them to schedule a time to actually come in. If they're calling or emailing you, you want to get that commitment as soon as possible. The best case scenario is having them commit to a date and time right then and there on the spot. Here's the thing, whether it's a phone call, a web page visit, or a direct message on social media, you need to get a confirmed appointment. And honestly, the sooner the better. You need to quickly transform that action from I'm interested and I want to learn more to yes, I'll be there. That's what this commitment phase does. I like to handle this commitment phase with a very simple two-step process. The first step is a short online form for anyone interested in the offer. It's basically just three fields. It's the first name, email address, and phone number. Once they take that action, once they fill out that form, they should then be taken to a page where they can now commit to a date and time. I like this two-step approach because if for whatever reason they don't commit to a time, you at least still have their contact information and now you could follow up with them and actually get them to commit. All right, the last element of your campaign is the follow-up sequence. There are actually two different spots where you need to have a follow-up process. First, you'll want to follow up with everyone who takes an action but doesn't commit to a time. These are still very important leads. They're motivated, they responded to your offer, and they are potential clients. These are the leads that sometimes get neglected. These are the ones that sometimes slip through the cracks. They might have filled out a form on your website but skipped your booking step. Maybe they sent you a text or call to ask a few questions, and for whatever reason, they didn't schedule an appointment. You 100% need to have a follow-up sequence for everyone who took an action but still needs to commit. Also, once you have that confirmed appointment, unless there's a financial commitment involved, you still have a lead and not a client. There's still no guarantee that they'll show up. That's where the second follow-up sequence comes in. You want to have a follow-up sequence for your booked appointments. This should be a simple reminder of the offer they signed up for, and the goal of this is to keep them excited about all that value they'll be receiving. At the very least, you should send out a confirmation email with the appointment details. Use this email to confirm the date, time, and place of their first session. Also, try to make them feel very comfortable by telling them exactly what to expect. Try to call or send out a text either the night before or the morning of their appointment. If you are sending a text, make sure the text is engaging by asking for a simple response. Do not ask if they're still coming in or if we're still on for today's session. This gives them an out and we don't want that. Instead, try something like this. Maybe, "Hi Sarah, I'm looking forward to our appointment today at 3:30." Then ask for a very simple response. Ask a really simple question. You know where our gym is located, right? Or maybe something like, "I'm working on your food guide. Do you have any food preferences?" Now she's engaged and now she's less likely to disappear on you. Regardless of whether you're following up to confirm an appointment or to book an appointment, always go back and remind them again of the value that they'll be receiving. Once someone does show up, as long as you provide that value promised, as long as you make them feel comfortable, you have a really good opportunity to convert them into a paying client. Now, there is one last thing that I want to say about your follow-up process. Look, it doesn't matter how consistent you are with your emails, your phone calls, or your text messages. You can say all the right things at all the right times, but people will still somehow no-show on you. Two things you need to remember here. One, don't get upset about it. It's just another part of the business. And two, don't assume that the person is either inconsiderate or is no longer interested. Be patiently persistent and continue to follow up. They did respond to your ad and they did show interest. Follow up, and I promise consistency does pay off. It's a lot easier and a lot less costly to follow up with a no-show than it is to get a new lead to respond to your offer, take an action, and then have them commit to an appointment. Now that you know the elements of a winning campaign, it's time to fill those marketing buckets. Before I go, I want to leave you with a few tools and resources that are guaranteed to help you grow your client list. I recently put together a gym marketing kit where I share some of my favorite fitness marketing campaigns and strategies. Use the link in the description below to get your free gym marketing kit and get instant access to my fitness marketing video library, a digital copy of my book, Proven to Work Fitness Marketing Strategies, and a printable quick start guide. While you're there, be sure to schedule a one-on-one strategy call. During this call, you and I will chat about your fitness business and we'll develop a customized marketing game plan that's specific to you and your gym. Yes, I will introduce you to how GymSite Solutions can help scale your gym, but even if we don't end up working together, we're a value-first company. So either way, you'll leave with a ton of value, a few bonuses that will help you grow your gym, and a custom client getting strategy. So use the link in the description or visit gymsitesolutions.com to learn more about how we help gym owners attract qualified leads and convert them into long-term paying clients. Chat soon, and don't forget to grab your free gym marketing kit. If you're having a hard time with your gym marketing efforts, consider this. It might not be the method or the media that you're using to advertise your gym, it might be your campaign. The last thing you want to do as a gym owner is recycle the same message and distribute it using different media outlets. For example, if you've tried direct mail, postcards, social media ads, and network marketing, and you're not growing your gym, it might be the messaging and not the distribution. The best thing that you can do is, instead of looking for the next place to advertise, take a step back and look at your messaging. Look at your offer. Once you have a strong message and a strong offer, you can put it on just about any media. At that point, as long as it's being seen by the right people, you will get new gym members. There are 4 key elements to any gym marketing campaign. Think of these as the journey that someone takes when they first see your ad to when they show up to your gym. The first step of this journey is the offer. The offer needs to be strong enough to get someone to stop what they're doing and respond with some kind of action. Once someone responds to your offer, you want to transform that response into a commitment. You want to get them to commit to an appointment. Then, once the appointment is set, it's up to you to minimize no-shows and cancellations. That's why you need an organized follow-up sequence. So, the 4 key elements to a winning gym marketing campaign are a strong offer, an action in the form of a response, a commitment to come into your gym, and a friendly follow-up sequence. All your gym marketing efforts can be summed up into 3 fitness marketing buckets. No matter what type of campaign or promotion it is that you're going to be running, it's either going to fall under relationship, digital, or print marketing. Relationship marketing is usually word of mouth promotions like referrals or networking. Common digital ads are social media ads, search engine optimization, and even your email newsletter. With print, you have options like direct mail, door hangers, and local display ads. Each bucket has advantages and disadvantages. I always recommend starting with relationship campaigns because there's no real financial risk involved. You are, however, limited to the size of your network. With digital ads are dynamic, so you can change things up fairly quickly and test different offers. Print ads usually cost a little bit more per lead, but you get a great quality of lead from print promotions. Here's the key takeaway. Once you find just a few winning campaigns that you can put into each of those 3 marketing buckets, you'll find yourself in a position where you're constantly and consistently getting new fitness leads.